So we made our way through a series of rooms. The last room that we were in was a room that was lit by floating candles. It was quite a long corridor. You turn down, just sort of heading south, which has sort of been your theme, your direction that you've been taking since you've sort of entered this level. You've been heading west and you started heading south. And when you come to the illusion of what looked like floating armor and just bits of debris and just sort of floating in empty space, when you realise then that you're facing a gelatinous cube. Anyone's got anything you've got to speak about? Jay, what's your setup like now?
You want me?
Good. What's your setup like? You good?
Yeah, I'm just stealing the tablet from work.
Yes, lad.
When I ask questions like that, I always think I sound like that dickhead that's on the Leroy Jenkins video. Can someone run me a percentage of that guy?
I don't think
Leroy Jenkins.
Okay, so without further ado,
Let's jump into tonight's episode of Dungeon Mage.
first furry. Oh, no. You can sort of hold it on the screen, wouldn't you, really? Yes,
Okay.
so have we located ourselves?
Does anyone know how
hang
to
on.
get rid of the icons? Because they take up so much of the screen.
Which ones?
Yeah, it's right. You can sort of shift them off to the side.
Yeah, I could before with my iPad, but now it won't even do nothing. They just stay there and
Yeah.
drag.
That's why it's so much better on if you can get on Discord with it, where we're using it on Discord, because it just shrinks everything down just to a name and a color.
But
Which
it doesn't.
is really good.
It doesn't want to work on
If
any
you,
of the Apple products.
if you press on it, does
Yeah.
it have like a little set of arrows that pop up in the top right corner if you press on it?
It did, but then obviously, as soon as you go to move it, it just literally goes back to where it is. It doesn't matter. I can still see and everything. It's just that's one thing that you're like, why are they so big?
I know they are annoying.
But okay, carry on. Sorry, let's do this.
Okay, right. Let's roll for initiative.
Already? Bloody hell.
Can you give me tabs, please, dude?
Yeah.
Do you know where you are?
I just realised I needed to get my character sheet up. Whopper.
Oh, wait, Gonzalo, what's the dimensions of this hallway?
10 foot across. So each square is 5 foot.
Okay, what's the height?
I think it's standard across the level. I think it's 10 foot, to be honest. Yeah, and the cube itself fills the space, so it will literally just fill up that whole area.
Okay.
So if it fills up the entire space, if I wanted to target a spell behind it, would I not be able to do that because I wouldn't be able to get it past?
No.
Cool. Good to know.
Okay, everyone rolled. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my sheet. I've got Tavis's ready to
Give
go.
me a sec.
We can go and then I can throw myself in at the end. But my character sheet is not loading currently, and it was a pain in the anus last time.
You mean it's not just all in your brain, Muchie?
No.
Kind of seems like it would be, mate.
There's many things in my brain, mostly empty space.
Mostly lyrics to songs I do not like.
I think one's initiative is +2 anyway. I don't think it's +3. It could be +3.
Are you coming down to see the greatest football team ever?
I might set up a folder on a Google Drive that we can all get access to, and we just dump our sheets into that, and then we've all got access to it. I think it'll just be easier. I'll do that. I'll make a note of it.
I am in.
Nobody plays Negan.
Well, if you're not here, mate, someone's gonna play him.
I'll be here.
Right? Have we all rolled?
Yes.
Okay. 20 to 25.
22
No,
for
50.
Thurin.
Big dog.
15 to 20.
Isla has 16, Tavis has 19. Should have said that the other way around, but hey ho.
Negan has 16 as well.
Sorry, what was that? So Thorin, you're 22. 16 was what?
Isla's 16, Tavis is 19.
19.
Say it in the wrong way around. Just fuck you up.
And you were 16 as well for Negan.
I was.
Who's got the highest dex?
+2.
+2.
Rock,
I
paper,
will let
scissors.
Big Man go first because he has longer legs.
Negan. Isla.
Scissor Sisters.
Okay. Who are we missing then? So Morthos is
3.
Italian.
A 3.
Full 6 for me.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And you people are close to this thing.
Morthos. Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine a gelatinous cube's very quick, but if it rolls as if you roll as you do, I imagine it's in the negatives.
Well, let's just say this. I rolled a 2 with a -4 dex. This is the lowest initiative roll I've ever rolled. A
I thought
-2
3 was bad.
initiative is incredible.
Is there much point of it existing?
You wait till it's see what it does.
Well,
Let's see what we can do. Mm-hmm.
okay then. So, top of the shop, Thorin.
I would like to.
Tavis is next, by the way.
I would like to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, beep, beep.
There.
30 paces, which is 5, 10, to there, and then I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, here we go again.
Smoke him if you got him.
Yo, George Players.
That's a 26 to hit on the first beam.
No, that misses that. Yeah, it hits.
And the second one is 20, not natural. Good rolls.
Okay, yeah, both of those hit.
So first one is 12 points of force damage
Yeah.
and 4 points of no, sorry, not 4. 3 points of fire damage. Second one is
So force.
force was
okay.
12, fire was 3.
Yeah, okay.
Second hit is 8 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah, two solid hits as you let loose your Eldritch Blast, have him retreating down the hall. This is just it just feels like it's just a repressive, just sort of sludging along as it's you're looking at this ooze. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Tavis, Negan, you're next.
Did we see Thurin looking like a little bit shook up from it, or?
That's Thorin.
Yeah, you would have seen Thurin backing up sharpish.
Yeah, no, I saw. I was just wondering if I would tell by your face whether I know there's something really bad round the corner, or if it's
That's a good
just.
point. That. So who knows about it and who doesn't? You're behind the corner, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have seen me backing up, not taking my eyes off it, and then casting Eldritch Blast as I was coming past.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just so I can gauge where I'm going to be moving to. That's all.
I suppose
Cool, me to go, yeah.
I'd be coming back like big blob, big blob.
Thank you.
Okay, Tavis.
Tavis is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, hide. If possible.
Yeah. It's a dex checking it.
Stealth, I'd imagine.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So he's got a stealth of 16.
Yeah,
And then
he's
he's
hidden.
he's gonna poke his head just around the corner and throw one of his daggers, one of his disappearing dagger things at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a disadvantage because Talion's in the way.
We'll take that. We're gonna roll like a mother. I rolled the same thing. 18 to hit.
Hits. Even a disadvantage. Lucky
Yeah,
for
get 2 tens. Sleep on it. Does this get sneak attack or no?
No. Is it in close proximity to you or to it? I think it's to it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if the hiding thing does anything.
No, let me check. Which is, what's that, an extra D6, is it?
At this level, it's an extra 3d6.
3D6. Yeah, you'll lose it if you've got disadvantage on the roll. But it's within 5 feet of the enemy, not yourself.
Okay. 8 points of damage then.
8, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you let loose with the pulling it from his bracer, sending it spinning. You see it sort of like you see it hit, but you don't really see anything other than that because of it disappearing into the ooze. So it's kind of like an invisible shot, really.
Cool. It's fine with me.
Yeah, is that your?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Turn, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Negan.
you get one action there.
Alright, I'm going 5, 10, 15.
So I was doing maths.
Yeah, I'm going to move there because I can't move close enough to hit him with a fire breath, so I'm just going to see what, obviously, Thorin was looking at. Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. Are you holding an action?
Well, I haven't got my axes out at this point to know, and if anything, I'll probably use my flame breath. So at the moment, I'm staying there holding it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you holding? If you're holding like your flame breath until it gets close enough to you, or are you holding action?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. So how close do you want him to get?
Well, it needs to be within 15 feet for me to make the connection.
Well, you keep your eye on it, and at 15 feet close to you, then it'll trigger your fire breath.
Sweet.
Until your next turn, if you take an action.
Yeah. Okay. Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So, Isla, Talion, you're next.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to hold an action for now.
No,
I'm gonna back up.
you're next. You're next with Talion. It's Isla, and then you're next. I'm just getting people ready for the next turn. That's all.
That's hilarious because we're on the same page, me and you, brother. Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 20 feet in this direction because I can move through his space because I'm teeny tiny. I'm within 15 feet of this brother Tucker, and I'm going to cast everyone's favourite spell, Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
So
roll the attack.
Gelatinous Cube needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh. You know what could have been good. That's going to be 11.
I'm going to double check. 16 is what it needs to hit, so that's failed. And in this instance, it's going to take 2d8 thunder damage, which is
It had
solid...
+5 Constitution.
Well, that is what we like to see. So that's 10 points of thunder damage, and the gelatinous cube is pushed 10 feet away.
Nice.
And then with my remaining 10 feet of movement, I'm going to go just back a little bit. I can't pick him up. Discord is... I'm going to go back to... I imagine I can get to there. That'll do.
Okay. End your turn.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Italian.
Quite spookily, I'm going to just move just ahead here if I can. Hang on, let me just grab him. Move to here. And I'm also going to use Thunderwave.
Yeah! Thunder.
Thunderwave.
Thunder. Lightning and a thunder.
Oh dear. Fucking hell. That's a bad throw there.
No,
What's
no,
your
no.
What's your spell DC?
You don't have to roll for an attack, my mate. You can on the third page of your on the third page of your sheets, it should have a like a spell save DC at the top.
Should be top of the page.
It's probably going to be about
sorry,
15 or 16.
Yeah, it's 15.
13. Yeah, it fails.
Roll 2d8.
2d8 coming in. That'll be 8 damage.
8, yeah.
And he's pushed away 10 feet.
He just squidges back into the wall and sort of ripples round and bounces back a little bit because he's got nowhere else to go in that line. Okay. Talion, anything else for you? Lothos, you're next.
Yes, I'll just move back a couple of feet.
Okay.
Wise.
Okay. Right then, Morthos.
Yeah, Morthos is going to move up. To there. And then he's going to try and thread the needle and cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I'm only teeny tiny.
And it is a 16 to hit.
16 hits. It's got an armor class of 6.
Wow.
D8s. It's 8 points of cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10.
Okay. Great. Where's my sheet? Where the hell has that gone? Okay. Okay. So what was the sorry? What was the attack? What was the hits? The damage.
It was 8 points of damage, cold damage.
Okay.
And speed reduced by 10.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else for
No, that ends his
Morthos?
turn.
Well, he's going to move a massive 5 foot. Thanks to Morthos. And with that, he will do nothing. That takes us back to the top of the round. So Thurin.
Yeah, Thurin will, I guess, move forward so you can see past Negan.
Okay. How long does the slow speed last for? Was it just one round?
Just one turn, yeah.
Yeah.
And he will cast Eldritch Blast over Isla's head.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, get the other sheet up. That's a 14 to hit.
Hits.
And the second one is a natural 20.
Yep, that will hit. That will do it.
So the first one I roll poorly is 6 force damage and 3 fire.
Okay.
The second one is rolled a 1 on it. So that'd be another 6 force damage.
Okay. Yeah, you're starting to see that the items that are within the ooze itself are starting to lose their position, starting to sink a little bit. You're starting to see that it's not attaching itself to the wall in certain areas. It's looking pretty slow, and yeah, it's hard to gauge, but you're starting to see some wear and tear on the ooze. Right. Anything else for Thorin? Tavish, you're up next.
That ends his turn. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, he'll move back out of the way.
Okay, I'll let you do that whilst Tavis makes his go.
Yeah, so again, he's going to just bonus action hide with like a 26 to hide. And then he's just going to hold his turn. Just going to like kind of peek out a little bit, like just keeping an eye on it. And as soon as he gets a free line of sight, he's going to throw his dagger.
Okay, so held action there, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, Negan?
I am going to move just up behind Isla, and then I'll just hold my action again.
Okay. Isla?
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. So that's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, he's got really, really high wisdom, so that's going to
12
be that's a natural 14, so 12.
Yeah, that doesn't succeed. So in this case, he takes 2d12 necrotic damage. Ah, a 1 and an 8. 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to move back, probably to like here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah.
Yeah, you're starting to see it's losing its shape as well. It's not attaching to the ceiling, it's starting to sag. The items in it are starting to drift to the bottom as it's almost settling in the sea. It's showing some real signs of wear and tear. Is that it for Isla's turn?
Yeah, that's me. Good.
Okay, Italian.
And we go again. Back forward.
Okay.
DC 7 throw.
Okay.
What do you roll?
What was it? Was it
15.
yeah, I know that, but
15
was it Constitution? Or was it what was it?
Con.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's good. That's the one I'm actually good at. Apart from strength, I'm alright at that. That's going to be 21.
What?
Success. Great success.
Great success. Sorry, I was just catching up on what Paul was saying. Okay, anything else for Talion?
You can still roll damage and it takes half damage.
Yes.
Just doesn't get pushed back 10 feet, but it does take half the damage.
Well, rolls 14, so it takes 7.
Bish bash bosh.
What was the spell again? Sorry.
Thunderwave.
Underway.
Thunderwave. Yeah, as you let out this sort of piercing sort of boom of Thunderwave, and having it sort of echoes its way down the hole, just churning up this dust behind it, slamming into the gelatinous cube. The gelatinous cube just explodes, and it's a bit like Ghostbusters 2. There's just slime and ooze just sort of dropping down from the ceiling into puddles. You see there's bits of armor, and you can also see that where there's sort of untouched stone, where it's not quite made it to that stone, you sort of see the sizzle and a little bit of like smoke coming off where the acid of this cube is spread out and dissolving things around it. You sort of see this armor and the bits and pieces just all come to settle in this slop in the middle.
Well, good job, guys.
GG.
I feel like that could have been substantially worse. Anyone want to search his oozy guts for any treasure, any loot? Just be careful in that slime though that it doesn't acidic you.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is it dangerous to us, the slime, if we dilute it?
Anyone
I've got an idea.
fancy using Mage Hand?
I was going to say, Isla says to Tavis, is this something you can have a look at? So Tavis will mosey on over, cast his Mage Hand, Ledger Domain, or Waffle, and he'll start having a little root through and picking out what he can and picking it and dropping it over by us. and then I don't know whether it would be classed as like a water, but he'll try and use his cantrip shape water just to clean up any slime off it.
I'll help with prestidigitation.
I love the
Easy
way
for you
you
to
say
say.
that word.
He knows when he uses that word. It's his favourite spell.
It's very versatile.
He says it.
It's his
He says it so
character
well
sheet.
as well.
Eldritch Blast and Dry Socks.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to pull out sort of all sorts of stuff. None of it looks of any real value. The armor itself, wherever there's been like a leather strap, anything that's like that padding on the inside, that has been removed and dissolved within the gelatinous cube. Anything that's been of decoration, paint wise, anything that's adorned the armor itself has also been removed, along with a lot of the etchings and around the edges of the armor has all sort of been smoothed out and sort of no longer really of visually of any resembles anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's not a lot in there. Well, there's nothing in there of any value.
Okay. Well, maybe we should keep a keen eye out in case there's any more gel cubes or these things in here. It looks like by the way the walls are pretty clean, this thing's been kind of moping around for a little while, keeping the area nice and clean and tidy. So should we press on? Maybe go the other direction, or what are we thinking? Go down this corridor here?
What about? There's a door up that. Did we come out of this door up here, or
Yeah. So the door at the top's a little closet room, wasn't it?
we came out
So-
of?
No, we came. So if you go up to the top, turn right, and walk halfway down, there was a door to the left. When we came out of that door, from memory, we could turn left or right. In this case, we turned left, but all the way along there were, I think there were like candles or floating candles on the wall, but the walls were
Okay, yeah.
clean. So I don't know if it's worth avoiding the little hash marks of where the gelatinous cube is. I don't know if that's bad terrain.
Yeah.
We could jump over it, or we could go down this corridor where I am and Negan is.
Is there anything we could sacrifice and throw onto the floor and see if it's affected?
Yeah, Tavis.
Not quite what I had in mind.
Thurin walks over and pushes Tavis.
Tavis doesn't resist. Tavis goes, "This is not my first rodeo," and face plants it. No. I mean, I can. Let me see. Bear with me. Let me see what is in my inventory.
How do we want to go along and go follow this corridor to its conclusion, or take the other road through?
Which one? The south, like this one, or this one?
The first one. Well, yeah, we either go through there or we go along the other corridor. That one, yeah.
I felt like an optician then. Is that better, or worse,
All the
better, or worse?
Thurin reaches
I
into
mean-
the bag of holding and remembers that he put a tooth in there a long time ago
I mean,
and pulls the tooth out.
without over egging the pudding, we're talking about a 10-foot jump here, and with a run up, I'm sure we're absolutely capable of doing that. So Isler's going to take a good sprint and run because he's only a midget. He's got his boots of springing and striding, which means he can jump 3 times his distance anyway, and he's going to alley-oop it over it. Boink! And then he's going to turn around and say, "Yeah, it's a dead end anyway, so let's go back the way we came."
No,
and then he's gonna-
no secret doors there, no.
I look for secret doors.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
I don't find any secret doors. Yeah, nope, just a brick wall. Brick wall, yep. And then I'm gonna run back slightly on the angle, jump like off the wall and land there, if that makes any sense.
Cool. There's spots of this fuse and the acid about. It's nothing that's going to affect as you land it, but it has sort of got like a bit of a radius where it's sort of had this explosion. But yeah, it's nothing that's going to cause you too much bother.
Sweet. Yeah, well that way's a complete dead end. I couldn't see any secret doors or anything like that, so yeah, that's that.
Let's go this way then.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. So we're gonna go down this corridor. Come on, Thalian.
Where are we going? We going straight up, or we turning right?
We
Turn
turn
them
right.
right. We've all shot right.
I see you.
Cool. Let's go. Let's follow it round. Let's keep going.
These are just tunnels that are similar to what you've seen already, and they are properly built stonework and structures. But as you're investigating it, you can see that there are areas where there's dead end.
Nothing down that way.
You feel that there was going to be more to this complex that you're on. That this is something that's unfinished, or it doesn't feel like what you've seen with the goblins where they were excavating themselves. This feels very much like it's part and parcel of the complex that you're in.
Do we need to go back?
Guess we took a
Yeah,
wrong
we need to
turn.
go back. Yeah, we need to go back the way we came. So we may as well head back up to the door that we initially came through, and go the opposite direction. Of which I will wait here. If anyone needs directions, let me know, and I will do my best to help.
You're north. See where you are.
That's it. Just keep heading down that corridor. Thalian.
Alien.
See where you are. Yeah.
Did we have a look what was north of us to the right?
North of us to the right.
Yeah, because we came through those double doors, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, we can just double check that while back's clear if you want.
Yeah, might as well.
While we're down here. I'll let Tobbs go first because he's not here, and he's roguey, so he's going to stealth his way ahead a little bit.
Just roll a stealth check.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong dice you're doing up. 19.
Okay.
I'm just going to pop up to the corner and poke my head round.
Okay. As you round
Another
the corner, you can see that mounted on that north wall is this huge mirror, just reflecting Tavis back at himself. The frame of the mirror is this ornate stone carving, this older, bearded male, which is sort of wrapped his arms around as if his arms have formed the top of the frame itself. His head just above the frame, sort of looking almost menacingly, almost malevolently, and you see that as the arm sort of comes round part of this stone frame, you can see that he holds a wand sort of out from the frame. This mirror just huge and just reflecting back the image of Tavis.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? So it's just a carving.
It's a stone carving, yeah, that you can see.
You said out of what?
His arms. Yeah, his arms are sort of like coming out and round, like it's like a three. There's like a statue in itself, sculpture, and his arms are sort of coming round and holding down the mirror, and you can see that it's this wand.
Just go up to the mirror and kind of look into it and look around where Tavis is. Does he see anything like untoward that isn't anything behind him? Type thing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, the image that he can see is a reflection of the corridor that he's in, which includes himself.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I found this mirror and I really want to touch it.
That seems like something you would do, Tavis.
I touch the mirror.
Yeah, you can feel the cold glass of the mirror, but nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to say, Morthos, can you have a little look at this mirror, see if there's anything magical about it?
Yeah, you want? Morthos comes round and takes a good look at the mirror.
Okay.
And just inspects it as much as he can.
Arcana check.
Grab his wand.
Grab his wand.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Baby.
Ooh.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's good because he's got a +0 on his Arcana.
He's got a +0 on his Arcana.
Yeah.
It's a sorcerer.
Yeah.
That's helpful, isn't it? Give me 1 sec, mate. Just bear with. Just flipping through books.
Spelled sorcerer wrong on his sheet.
Ooh, sick burn.
Sorcerer.
He's putting some sauce in his rough.
Salty.
It's a sour sorcerer.
Oh, it's a sour sorcerer.
Bit of lime in it.
Oh, hey, Peter.
So not only does the British Airways suck, so does the sauce.
Even with such a high high score, it's hard to pin this down. As he is getting that this is imbued with magic. This is magic of some sort. It's really hard to nail down the school that it's from. Yeah, really difficult.
Okay. He says to Tavis, it's something about it. It's definitely magical of some sort. I can't figure it out. I think
Okay.
maybe if we spent 10 minutes or so, we might be able to.
I was going to say I
To
can
work it
cast
out.
Identify on it. I mean, do you want to cast Identify on it? See what's what? I can do it. You can do it.
Thurin can do it ritually if you want. Take 7 minutes.
Yeah, can do. May as well. See what's crack-a-lacking with it.
Yeah, Thurin comes round and Morthos takes a step back. And Thurin takes 10 minutes to cast Identify
Okay.
on the mirror.
Yeah, you take your time just to just to sort of try and understand it, try and get some idea of what this is and how it works. There's a few things that you figure out. Firstly, this is a door. This is a portal, and if activated correctly, would get you access to a lower level of the dungeon. The other thing that you identify is that the wand is significant because you would need a wand of some description to activate the door.
I relay that to the rest of the squad.
That is curious.
I don't think anyone has a wand in their inventory.
No. And it might be a specific wand. It might be one that we have to find down here. Am I able to tell what level it would take us to? Or is it just like one level down?
Yeah, no, you know what? It's identify. I'll give it you anyway. It's level 10.
Fuck.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Isn't that like halfway down?
Nearly.
Yeah.
That is a big fucking escape.
Yeah, so there's probably if I was to have an educated guess, I would say that there's probably a similar mirror on level 10. And this is a gateway just to cut the journey down.
So we haven't come across anything of a wand so
No.
far. Fuck.
Well, there's no point dwelling on it. We either see if we can find a wand, but it may not be in this level anyway. Or we just kind of keep trucking forwards and see if we just can't find our next way down. I mean, does anybody have a wand anyway? Negan, keep it in your pants.
Is
It's fucking
how
magical.
high up is the wand in its hand?
I mean, the whole space is 10 foot high, so probably not that. Probably within touching distance.
Thurin reaches up to try and grab the wand, see if it's loose.
Touches tips.
Yeah, you reach up. It's made of the same stone that the rest of the
Solid.
caravan is.
Reaching out,
Worth a try.
touching me.
Yeah, I guess we head back and see if we can find a wand.
Is there any way we can mark off this though, so we know whereabouts we need to come back to if we do find said wand?
I'm sure we'll be able to figure out.
It's to the southeast of the double doors that we went through, isn't it? And
Okay, then.
wasn't there a crawl space that we went through that takes us back to the chamber with all the pillars?
Yeah.
So there is a shorter route back here. We don't have to go around everything again.
Well, we ain't got a wand, so it renders it useless at the moment anyway, doesn't it? We
Yeah,
ain't found
might as well
shit.
head back north. Thorin just gets a piece of paper out and roughly draws out a map of the route from the pillar room.
Should we carry on down this one?
Yeah. No, I have to go up north here, Negan.
Go up, yeah.
Yeah. Go up and we'll turn right. And then go round the corner into it. Just slowly make our way down this tunnel, yeah? And we'll stop at the next junction.
Where Tavis is coming to there, you see that there's a quite a large alcove.
Yeah.
And you can see again another sculpture. This is the same face that you've just seen around the mirror. It is it's a large sculpture. First of all, this heavy set individual is nude, and he's sort of sitting on a plinth, and he has a harp in his hand. Just roll a perception check.
What kind of hogs he packing?
Who Tavis
for whoever's. I mean, Tavis is there.
Yeah. I think this is Tavis's expertise, to be honest with you. Right, we'll give it a go. 12.
12. As he stares at the statue holding this harp, he just sort of gets a little bit closer. His foot taps something on the floor, and he looks down. And you can see that there's a wooden pole which has sort of been broken at one end, just sort of lying at the base of this statue. And as he sort of looks over it, what he does notice is that there is an inscription in common written on the harp itself that that the statue has got hold of. Again, stone and carved of the same rock.
Yeah.
As he leans in and gains a close inspection on the words, it reads, "Gaze upon me with bronze visage, and secrets shall I reveal."
Okay. I will point this out to the entire party. So gaze upon me.
Didn't we
With
pick up
bronze
a
visage.
bronze mask?
Oh, tell you what. Who's got that? Who picked that up?
I thought it was Tavis.
Did he have it? Hang on, let me just message Matt, see if he...
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He put it on his face,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yep.
Oh, in that case, like, this is an opportunity I cannot resist, and if he dies, I do not care. Isla's going to stand just behind Tavis, just in case he dies. And he's going to take out the bronze mask. I think it was a bronze, or take out the mask. And hold it to his face. And look at the statue.
Okay. As he takes out the mask, he can see that there's a resemblance in the face of the stone statue, and also the mask. There's a very, very similar likeness to both.
Okay.
And taking the mask and putting it to his face, Tavis vanishes. Gone.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Matt, I'm so sorry if you're watching this.
Is it like Thanos gone?
Like, pick your fingers. Go.
Does Tavis feel gone, or is Tavis still there in the moment?
Okay, so normally at this point now,
as this is as Tavis, do you need to pull me off? Pull me into a different room.
well, I don't know if can I do that still? Right. Yeah, actually, I think so. Yeah. Right, I'll pull you into the general chat. One sec.
Okay.
Do you reckon he's gone to another level?
It's a possibility. Or is he invisible?
Well, it said it would share secrets.
Hopefully, if he has a secret where the wand is.
I think it might be. It might pop into a different realm.
They're not on another level, just not anywhere near where we are.
Probably a pocket dimension or something like that.
Well, hopefully, if he takes the mask, if he took the mask off, he would come back to us, wouldn't he? Surely.
That's what I would assume.
Oh, we'll soon find out.
Good job we picked the mask up.
I forgot about the mask.
why I
Well,
read my
damn good
notes.
memory. Yeah, but why would you read your notes just to check for a mask?
Well, I remembered the mask, I just couldn't remember who had it, so that's why I had to go through my notes.
Yeah.
If anything, it always seems like Tavis is the one that would pick it up if it was anybody.
Yeah.
Or if it was more weapon-like, I'd pick it up.
Yeah, and then not let it go.
I'm so sorry, Matt. That's not good. That's not great. Is it going to be number 3? Is this the third death?
To be honest, I'm pretty glad that we didn't get through the mirror. I don't feel like zipping to level 10 is the right move.
I mean, that's pretty boss, though, isn't it? Really, if we would have just literally.
I know, yeah,
We've
but
been in.
it'd be like skipping to the end of a game without getting all the XP.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, there's still another 10 some levels.
That's not a good face.
Okay, so where's the map gone?
I just feel like I've stolen the thunder, and maybe shouldn't have been on a stag do. We're on a stag do, not a fag do.
Booyah.
The one. Okay, so as Tavis stands there, this man, sitting in a throne, his sort of white wispy beard, a look of madness in his eyes, this close room that he's in. The man looks at Tavis and he says, "Well, don't just stand there like a boob. Ask me 3 questions about the Undermountain. 2 of my answers will be true, and 1 will be false."
Fucking Jesus
Oh, bollocks.
Christ! Oh, it's like being in fucking Labyrinth, innit?
What if like the devil out of Vox Machina?
It's the 2 fucking doors, isn't it, in Labyrinth? One of us will tell the truth, and one of us will tell a lie. Well, I feel it's only fair, as Matt's not here, that we as a party can meta the fuck out of this. Seems fair and reasonable.
Well, I did say it's open to meta anyway.
Yeah.
It's a matter of fact.
Right, so this guy's going to answer 3 questions.
But if we're going to open up to meta, if you want to share what you know,
Okay. So, and it's also
if
because
we are going to meta it.
Because we're going to meta it, and also Matt's going to watch this back and he won't see.
Yeah, you know what? It's probably wrong to have done it the way we've done it. Do you want me to give the overview of what he sees? We'll just go back and.
I'll give it for him, and you can change it as you see fit. So Tavis arrives in a 30-foot square room. The room's ambiently lit, seemingly of like a magical nature. The statue that we saw of the man is actually in the room, sat on a throne as a real man with a view of madness in his eyes. Looking behind Tavis, he sees a shape of mist in the air. He can't see through it; it's kind of opaque. And resting at the foot of the mist is a pole which is broken at one end. Is that fair?
Is the mask stuck to your face?
Is the mask stuck to Tavis's face?
No, you held the mask up. You went into the room and sort of jaw-droppingly, where am I? You pull the mask down and you've just got hold of the mask, yeah.
Okay. So potentially we can find out some information, but we don't know how true that information is going to be. So,
Well,
has anyone got any ideas on questions?
who of them are going to be?
Where do we find the wand for the mirror?
Yeah, I think that's probably.
I think that's the most pressing. What item are we looking for the big guy?
What's that?
We've been sent down here for a particular item, haven't we?
Yeah,
We could ask about
but what about it?
that. Do we know where we find it?
Level it's on?
We knew it was on level 17, level 18. We definitely know the information of what level it is. So 3 questions.
Ask him about who did 9/11.
A runestone fragment.
What we gonna? I mean, so we could look at it this way: if we asked the same question 3 times, I suppose we wouldn't know which one was the truth, would we?
No, but 2 are going to match, aren't they?
Yeah, 2 are going to be the truth and 1's going to be a lie.
Well, no, 2 would be a lie, but he could tell 2 different lies and the truth, and we still know which.
No, didn't he say it was 2 truths and 1 would be a lie?
I thought it was 2 lies and a truth on it.
And so it was two truths and a lie.
Two answers will be true and one will be a lie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we can ask the same question 3 times, and we can ask 1 question, ask it 3 times, and we definitely get
The
a
right
straight
answer.
answer.
But that narrows it down then for just asking 1 question that we've got to hope's the big one.
Yeah.
But then, what do you think Tavis would ask? Would he ask anything personal?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know where like Tavis would go with that one. To be fair.
Or just play it as what we would ask then. So then I'm guessing like it's got to be something to do with what down here, the 1, something like that. We don't think he would go personal.
I mean, it could go personal.
But that's only if we're going to ask 3 separate questions, isn't it? Because at that point, you might as well go with three questions.
The 2 are going to be right.
I mean, for me, I would think surely he might ask one of those questions is, can I get out of here? Or how does he get out of here?
But that could be a lie.
I think once he asks 3 questions, he'll be sent out.
We hope. But what if that guy gets sent out and then Travis stays there?
Bye, Travis.
Like a genie, like a genie in a lamp, innit? You know what I mean? And you end up going in the lamp, and
It's not 3 wishes.
I know, but it's a similar thing of how long's this old boy been sat in here for?
Yeah.
I mean, is this, say, not too good to be true? Is this like a little bit of a bonus in the sense of what we found? Should we ask for full directions to the next level? We can ask where the wand is. Like,
Could ask where the
What?
tiefling's heart is.
could ask where the tiefling's heart is.
Well, yeah, because if he tells us the level, then we know if it was a lie or not anyway.
Yeah, just have we got to be super specific with the question.
Yeah.
Sure, we get the right information.
I kind of feel like Daryl shouldn't be listening to this bit.
I kind of feel like I'm looking at the ex-policeman father and thinking, what would you do?
It all depends. It comes down to what we're looking to achieve. Do we want to go down 10 levels? Is that going to be too much for us at the level we are at the moment? Is that putting us in more danger?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, 100%. It's like we don't even know what's like down here.
Yeah. So what's the benefit of having the wand? If the wand is the portal to get us to level 10.
And I don't think the wand is the way to go.
It
But
could get us
it's what-
back from
what
level
information-
10 at a later point.
Oh, that's a shout as well.
That's why Jimbo's in control.
If we get the wand, we don't necessarily have to use it to get in, but we can get out of it.
Yeah.
Come the other way. Yeah. that makes
Providing
more
we
sense.
find the other portal.
Well, we'll just have to make sure that when and if we get to level 10,
Well,
we give
well,
it
in that case,
or a paste them.
Is that the second question then?
Where's the
Where's
portal
the
on level
wand
10?
and where's the other portal? Yeah.
Yeah, but he might just say it's on level 10. So you'd have to be like, where on level 10 do we find the portal?
Is the portal?
Yeah. You've got to be more specific, and he could also lie.
Yeah.
Even though it's on level 10, he could still lie about its location.
So we're still stuck with the questions: where's the wand? Where's the portal in level 10? And then we've got the third question.
Unless there's a way of asking a question in such a way and fashion that if it was the lie, if it was either the lie or the truth, it would let us know whether it was a lie or a truth. If that makes any sense to people.
It does, I just don't know how we would phrase that.
It's a phrasing of the question. To get around the loophole of
It's difficult to ask a question in that way. You can close a question off for a yes or no answer. That doesn't really help us.
because even asking the question were both the first 2 questions the truth. It doesn't give you a specific answer, because if you said yes, that could be a lie.
Yeah.
What's the truth?
It's working out what the phrase is.
Once you ask the first 2 questions, third one.
Yeah,
With those 2 questions.
It's something to do with the third one that in the way that it's asked, that if you asked it, if they were both true, like if if she had to answer it, or he had to answer it as like, well, one of them is a lie and one is the truth, and you said both first true question. It's just deciphering which one.
Was that personal about like what colour of clothing item of clothing he's got on, and if he answers it correctly, we know one of the other two fucking questions is a lie.
Yeah, but then that just gets into a little bit of a sticky situation of, is it classed as one question or two if you turn around and said, well, where's this? And are my eyes brown?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say that they'll be completely, like complete truths or complete lies. I suppose you could, lie some of it and not others. I don't know. It's quite the conundrum.
We could ask besides himself, what is the most dangerous creature we're likely to come upon on our journey down to level 20?
He's not dangerous, is he? Or is he?
I would say he's highly dangerous.
Ugh.
I think asking him what's the most dangerous thing we're likely to encounter, I think it gives him an easy excuse to lie about something, or
But if you asked him something like, "Are we going to make it out of this?" You can't. It's not a question he can answer, is it?
no, I think instead of asking him what's the most dangerous thing we'll face, I would say how could we defeat the most dangerous thing we'll face down here besides yourself? And that gives him an opportunity to lie, but it also gives us information if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we ask the first two questions, and on the third question, you can ask him if the first question was a lie or the first question was the truth.
We can answer that truthfully or falsely.
But yes. But if he turned around and said like, oh yeah, like say if you asked, say the first question was a lie, and he said yes. Yeah.
We're not trying to figure out which door to go through, are we though?
I mean, did we find anything else about the mask itself anyway?
No, we just tried to put it on before and it didn't do anything.
Do we know anything about? We don't know anything about who this person is.
No, I suppose not. DM, what do we know about the Undermountain? Do we know that it's the way down to the Mad Mage? Like, have we heard stories that tell us that sort of thing? I can't remember what we've been told.
Sorry, be a bit more.
So has the party?
What are you trying to?
I was trying to get to the question. Does the party know the history of the Undermountain and whose realm it was?
Yeah, that was all. That was all done prior to you. Well, to a degree, you have information. You did have information.
So, yeah, so we could hazard a guess that this visage that we keep seeing is the Mad Mage.
You've now seen this image 4 times.
Yeah.
So the mask, the mirror, the statue, and now what Tavis is seeing inside the room.
Mhm.
The only way to obviously, suppose the only way to ask the questions is to put knowledge of what you already know into the question, so you know it's the truth. There's an element that you already control in the question.
And can Tavis pick up the pole and just have a little look at the pole?
Yeah. Yeah, the pole on face value looks like it's the other end of the pole that you've seen by the statue before he put the mask on.
Okay. I throw the pole into the mist.
As you gather around the statue, the pole appears and clatters to the floor next to the other half.
Okay. But I wouldn't know that that's what's happened. I've just thrown the pole into the mist, and the pole's just disappeared, and that is what it is.
Did it come out? Did it come out of some mist, or did it just appear on our side?
No, just out of the same way that Tavis disappeared is the same way this disappeared.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
That pole now fits the piece of pole that's already sticking out.
So if it's something you want to check,
Oh, do I want to check?
I mean, we've been stumped on asking 3 questions for half an hour. I love this game. And now we're questioning if we put a curtain pole back together.
Thorin's gonna
I
put
know,
that back together.
yeah, looking at it, the poles look like they were once a complete pole.
Thorin picks it up and starts inspecting it. And he spends.
I like how you've done that after I've just told you the answer.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's conservative to say the least.
Well, I'm trying to bide time for him to ask questions while I'm looking at it, without knowing that he's asking questions. I'm trying to give him the opportunity.
What even if we get this terribly wrong, are we going to lose much? Can we
Maybe
gain
Tavis?
much? Because he's offering information about the Undermountain, not about personal information. So he's
Right.
offering information about where we are.
Hmm.
But do you not think he'll want something in return?
I mean, I don't know. You could end up like wasting 2 questions. You could turn around and go, "Do you want something in return?" And he might go, "Yes." And I'll go, "Well, what do you want?" And he'll go, "Well, nothing." Yeah. Friggin' hell. So is it which one's the truth and which one's a lie?
Well, when Tavis doesn't get to leave, we'll know one of them was right.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
could instead of you could phrase it, what do you want in return for these answers? But then that could be a lie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or say, this isn't a question, but
This isn't a question. However,
comma.
I mean, we could ask what like threats there are. Like, what can we expect to encounter? You know, what are the biggest threats to us as we go down the Undermountain?
yeah,
You know, so we could ask that. We could ask, you know, where are the safe havens in, you know, the Undermountain? You know, where can we find, like, you know, any towns? Because we know Skullport's down here, so we
yeah,
know that there are towns and cities. So we can ask what towns are down here, or what cities, what places of refuge there are.
yeah,
Because we know about Skullport.
yeah. So I would,
What is the worst level to be on?
you could say
Sure.
like, in addition to Skullport, are there any? You wouldn't want him to say yes, Skullport.
True. So just saying, in addition to Skullport. It depends what information we want out of this. Like, there could be something obvious that we're missing, but I don't. I think we're just like over egging the pudding for what we're trying to
Yeah,
get out of, like a potentially free bit of thing on the first level. Um, I mean, we could always ask who he is to start with, and maybe that'll become a little bit more clear going forwards who he is, and then we'll know if that's a lie or a truth, and kind of decipher it from there.
Yeah. Go with
Or
question one then.
Or what's his role in the Undermountain or something?
Yeah, what's his purpose?
I like that. What's his purpose? What do you do down here?
Do we still want this wand?
Yeah, it's a shout. Can I ask where the wand is?
Yeah, even if we don't use it to get down the levels now, like we said, if we get down and coming back
Just
up
get
again,
back up, yeah.
that is
what's your,
a beast of a cheat code.
so what's your purpose in the
I would
Undermountain?
imagine. Yeah, I would imagine that the portal will probably be the same on that level 10. And it may be the same image.
Yeah. So did you say that the image of the chap was the same as the other image with the wand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where is the wand that allows you to go through the portal from level 10 to level 1.
It allows you to travel between those two levels.
Yeah.
Not necessarily between level 10 and 1, but yeah.
Just between levels 10 and 1, between levels 1 and 10, or levels 10 and 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to know about safe havens? Are we that bothered about safe havens? Is there any other information that we think so far, like, is it worth asking how to get to the next level?
We asked 2 questions and then ask him to lie to us on the third one.
Yeah, but if he says light was, or we say light was on the third one.
You could
I mean,
say
is
okay, and that would be a lie.
Yeah.
And this is
But
the thing. It's like,
on the third one, if you ask him a question you already know the answer to, you know that one of the other 2 is a lie.
yeah,
Yeah, but then we've only got one answer.
Well, no, you've got one truthful answer.
Yeah. Rather than 3 maybe truths.
God help us if the
Yes.
discussion after the 3 answers that we've got to go through and decipher which one we think's a lie is.
there's got to be a way to. It's all about
not
how
an easy
you.
one. Is it more? I wonder what if I found the wand. I wonder what the wand would allow me to do. I suppose the other one was, can I travel between levels? By using the portal. We already know that's the truth, don't we?
Well, no, he could say yes, you can, and we know that that is potentially true. Currently, it's not. Currently, it's a lie because we don't have the wand. Or he could say no,
By the way,
which
yeah.
would be both a truth and a lie, depending on whether he is considering the wand being in our possession as a mitigating factor.
Good God. Oh. How many questions we got so far? We've agreed on.
We've got 2
Two.
questions that we've agreed on. I just don't know if there's a way to really, like, if you ask if you ask him if a question was a lie.
The answer was a lie.
Yeah. So if you ask him if the answer was a lie, and if you say was question 2 a lie, and he says no, it wasn't
be
a
a
lie.
lie.
But I'm just thinking, is there enough in there because that you can't have two lies?
Tell you what, Daryl, it's making your prep easy.
Or you
Say
sat
that.
big on your over egg in the pudding like there's no tomorrow.
Well, no, but I'm just thinking about like some of the questions have got the potential to catch me out, haven't they?
True.
We can ask him a sphincter says what.
Although Daryl could
Do you
just
ask
Kaiser Jose us.
him one
What's that,
question
sorry?
and see what sort of answer he gets?
Yeah, we could do.
You could ask him something along the lines of,
What was the greatest trick the devil ever pulled?
for the levels, is there a pattern we should look out for? Something along those lines, like
Here's the hidden signposts.
yeah. What patterns should we look out for between the levels? Something like that.
Hmm. Oi, 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 oi.
Maybe just ask the two questions and then think on the fly after you get the two answers. Because we've said a load of different stuff that you could just say, well, just say that one.
Yeah.
Because we could also ask, is Esville's brother still alive?
Are we going to get to see him answer the questions as well?
And like, when I'm thinking about that, like, does he know whether he's alive or not? Does he even know who Esville's brother is?
Yeah. All right, should we just go with the first question of what's your purpose in the Undermountain?
Sure.
Cool. I'll ask him what his purpose in the Undermountain is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, my purpose in the Undermountain, of course, I'm the janitor, aren't I? I go around doing all the cleaning up. What's your purpose in the Undermountain?
Well, I think it's safe to say we may have found the lie. My purpose is to make a mess in the Undermountain for you to clean up. You boob. Right, okay. Well, Messering, it seems like the first question could very well have been a lie. So, shall we ask about the wand? Where is the wand that allows you to travel between level 1 and level 10?
Yes.
Yes.
I ask that question.
What's the question? Sorry, just clarify
Um,
for us.
Where exactly is the wand that allows you to travel between levels 1 and 10?
There are wands. Any wand will do. There's a wand in Willowwood for those willing to seek it.
Fuck, we don't know where Willowwood is.
Okay.
Is it
let
a
me-
location or the type of wood?
I don't know. I mean, we can either be super specific and just go down this route of asking where this wand is. Like how to get to Willowwood. We could ask that.
Before we go to the, before we talk about asking about Willowwood, I would remind everyone that when we had our first session for this part, the DM sent us all a little snippet of information.
What, privately?
Yes. That each of our characters would know.
God.
It was a rumor that each of you had heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's nothing to do with that.
Neither is mine.
I don't know if mine does or really doesn't.
Yeah, mine doesn't mention anything to do with Willowwood.
No, mine doesn't mention anything of that nature, no.
So besides asking where Willowwood is, what other things would you like to ask?
What'd you say, Jay?
Huh?
What did you say?
What, me?
Yeah, just then.
I just said if we don't, I feel like if we don't ask where Willowwood is now, then we're just in the same position we were with not knowing where the wand is, type of thing. If we ask something different, it almost feels like that question, even if that was the truth and it is, we don't know where that is, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my only thing. Because if we go down one avenue, and I think if we go onto another one, then all of a sudden we've got bits of information, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And then we still don't know what happens after you've asked the third question
True.
to Tavis.
One sec, let me just message Matt.
Thurin could use his Book of Shadows to ask Dernan if he knows anything about Willowwood.
Yeah, I could do.
How long does it take to get the information back, though?
As long as it takes him to write it down.
So it could be pretty quick, or it could be that.
I know, actually, I think the way it works is he gets a message in his head and he responds to it and it writes it on the page.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have a piece of paper that it would be, that the
But
message
it's
would
just
appear onto.
it's in his head.
Yeah, I just write into the book and it sends him a message.
But then we can't actually do that because we don't know that this is going on, do we? We don't hear the questions or anything.
Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
do it yet.
Yeah, so we can't do that at this point anyway.
We can always ask what, I suppose, what level Willowwood is on. Is it even on this level? Do we need to go in further? Have we even got an option of?
I mean, even if he said, "Can we have the directions to Willowwood?"
Because at the end of the day,
You could just say
if
go deeper into the mountain.
if we get this wand at whatever point and we get to level 10, it's always it gives us the option to at level 10 at least reset, come back up, restock if required, and get straight back down
Yeah.
to where we need to be.
I mean, logic could tell you that it's probably en route to level 10.
Well, yeah, you'd imagine it's between here and level 10. But if it's from level 1 to level 10, it could be on level 1, it could be on level friggin' 5, 6, 7, 2, 12.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's
If we know what level it's on, at least when we reach that level, we can ensure that we give a thorough search for it.
I don't know. I think Willow was just something easy to ask anybody about.
Yeah.
But if again though, if we think, well, if Tavis thinks the first question was the lie, then at least if we know that obviously that, then it, you know what I mean. If we ask this question where it is, that we've got a good enough chance of hopefully getting in the right area.
But if you think that we can find out more information about Willowwood without asking the question, and we think that his first response of being a janitor was a lie, just with his comment, is it worth asking who he is, what the greatest threat is, or something like that?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what the greatest threat down here is besides him.
Go with that one then, man. Let's go with that.
What the greatest threat was?
What the greatest threat was. What the greatest threat is to us.
Do we agree on this?
I'll go with that rather than if we think we can get the information some other way. Then I think at least then you've asked 3 different questions as well.
Okay. So what's the question? What's the greatest threat down here beside you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that as the third and final question then.
Okay, so what's your second question?
Oh, the last question.
Yeah, this would be our last question.
This will be our last question.
What was the? No, hang on. You asked what's his role down here, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where's the
Oh,
one?
sorry. Yeah, and then where's the
Yes.
one? Yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah,
and
Sorry,
now
I know we've been talking
Yeah,
about it for a while.
yeah. No, it's on down.
Switch on, Daryl.
So haven't we been talking about it for long? So besides you, what's the greatest threat down here?
There is a war down here. Don't you know? There's it's the gate and the mine flares. There's an infestation. They're everywhere, battling each other.
So there's a war down here. Okay.
As he answers your last question, in true Raiders of the Lost Ark, you just see the skin on his face just start to slide and slip like it's the cheese falling off a pizza. As you pick it up, it just starts to move and he just sort of slowly, almost dissolving in thin air, down to the bone and then all over, and he just sort of sinks into this puddle of goo and ooze and flesh. Just roll an Arcana check for Tavis.
Yeah. Okay. Arcana. Okay. 16.
In passing through his life, through Tavis's life, he'll have been aware of certain magics which create what's called the simulacrum.
Okay.
This is a replica of yourself that you can create that functions as you would function. And seeing this dissolve on this last question, the magic behind it tells us a pretty good idea. This was a simulacrum.
Okay. Can I give the room a good search, please?
Yeah. There's nothing there. It's just a stone empty room. The stick was there, that's now not there, and then the mist. This throne's now covered in goo.
With that, Tavis is going to take a punt and slowly walk towards the mist and just put his hand through.
As he puts his hand through, he feels a pull and a draw as it sort of draws him in that he can't really stop, and he gets drawn through into the mist and he reappears back where he was before he left.
He just turns around and goes, "Oh, that was weird. I didn't really go anywhere or speak to anyone." No, I tell them everything that happened. Tell them the questions, the simulacrum, the information that there's a place called Willowwood that has this wand But it says any wand will do, but there is a wand in Willowwood that'll be able to get us between levels 1 and 10. And all that good stuff that we've just discussed.
And who did he say the war was between?
Mind Flayers, and who's the other one?
It's the Githyanki. Gaith.
Oh, the Githyanki. Right, okay.
The Githyanki.
Yeah. So yeah. Do you want to see if anyone knows any information about Willow, or do you want to ask Durgan, Dogan?
Dawkin.
Yeah, I can do. I've never heard of the Githyanki. I don't really know anything about that. Well, I'm getting my book out.
If I heard of the Gith.
Roll a history check.
16.
I'd say as a name, yeah, but a lot of it's shrouded in mystery.
Okay.
You know that they're heavily linked to dragons, and they're not from this plane.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to have a look, maybe you can see if you can try the mask on and go and have a look in the room. I just walked through the mist and came back.
Thurin's getting his Book of Shadows out and starts writing in the page to Durnan. We've learnt of a place called Willowwood. Do you know where we could find it?
How does the message come back? Spoken or written?
It appears on the page.
Is it limited to words?
Just let me find it now.
What's that?
It's basically casting the same as.
AJ.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
No, because JJ was showing something, but I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Oh.
I was just saying that I found out how to make the things really small rather than have massive.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Sorry,
Nice.
Jimbo.
No, you're
You
alright. It's the same as casting the send in spell. It's just on a page instead. The writing disappears after a minute.
He sends back it's been a while. Mind is fuzzy. There is a map room on the first level.
Right, okay. So we want to do a decent enough job to find this map room on the first level then, don't we?
Yeah.
So even if we find the way down, we need to get to this map room. Agreed?
Agreed.
Makes sense.
Right, okay. With that, should we push on?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll let the big man go through the door first.
Yeah, I'll come to the door and open it.
You can see that there's a continuation of the same stone corridors that you've been in, north and south.
Right, I'm just gonna nip up this way first just to see if I can. Shout down.
Time to this will go through the corner. And then just the next corner, and that'll do. I'll say, yeah, there's a door down south.
I'm gonna shout back. There's a bigger opening up this way. I'm gonna walk to the top bit. Can I shout back from what I've just done?
Just roll a perception check for me.
It is 14.
As you're starting to get closer to this corner, you can hear the sort of heavy footfalls. But those footfalls disappear into a faint sound. You round the corner into this dark space, and there's nothing really apparent that's in front of you for what you can see. Just a dark space.
I'm gonna walk round. Yeah, I mean, see, obviously, people come and just say, "There's a walkway around here, even more."
Should we go north then? I'll say there is a door to the south just for everybody's awareness.
And into here.
Are you going in?
Can't hear you, Jay.
Does anyone want to go up the north bit just to see what's up that bit before? Because I'm just opened this door.
Tavis will skulk off the north way. We'll only go probably maybe to the edge of there, and then come back and just go. It seems to go round on itself.
Round. Okay. All right. Well, I'll walk through this door then.
Okay. This will be not far behind them.
Right, just hold your position there one sec while I work something out.
It's a fucking maze.
Okay, so the room that you're in expands to the north. You can sort of see that there's large space with alcoves. In the northern end of the room stands a 14-foot tall granite obelisk. And you can see that near the top of it there is a deep set carved eyeball at the top. You can also see from where you are that there is red marks on this obelisk towards the bottom. You'd have to have a closer look. That's in the north. You can also see that around in those alcoves there is just a very similar to what you've seen before with the goblin barrack rooms. There is bedrolls and bits of shit and scraps and bones and just detritus all over the floor, scattered all over the floor in those alcoves around the obelisk.
Okay. At this point, I just want to turn to Isla and just say, I don't think we're alone in here.
I think you're right.
So, you have to just bear with for 1 second. Come on, load, you mother. Okay, so okay. Right. Who's in the van there? So that's going to be Negan. What's your passive perception, Negan?
Passive perception. It's 11.
11, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You see in the distance the scurrying of something going past at the bottom. You just catch eyes on a goblin. You've lost your voice, mate.
I would like to ready my axes.
Okay. Okay. With that, you hear the wisp of just a draft, just a wind going past your head. As the rest of you that are in the room, so that's Tavis and Isla, you see an arrow coming from the south corner from where Negan is.
Did I know it was a goblin?
You've seen a goblin, yeah.
Right. Can I do this in good fashion? My axes together, tap him, and say, Goblins, come out and play.
You hear this this sort of screech and scream of this war cry, and you hear the scamper of feet from behind the wall as a goblin appears, and also you see in the back a bugbear that yells out this war cry, and we'll go to the top of the shop. That will be Thurin.
What would I be able to see from just through the doorway?
I'd say you'd be able to see that there were goblinoids down that way.
Alright, okay.
So Tavis is up next, yeah?
Yeah, so Thorin will step into the room. And I guess... Oh, how far away? 20 foot. Yeah, I guess he had cast Fireball on the bugbear.
Okay. Is that an attack or a save?
It's Dex save.
Okay. On the bugbear, yeah?
On a 20-foot radius, centered around the bugbear.
Okay, so it's going to catch. Where's the tool for it? Let's have a look. There's your circle, and someone's already on it. Okay, so we're going to catch all of that's. Okay.
I don't know what's there. Just
Yeah, that's fine. I'll make some rolls so. So what's the DC?
15.
And it's a dex save, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, roll your damage. Half as much on a save, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, 25 points of fire damage. That was a pretty poor roll, that.
It's pretty good from where I'm sitting.
It was 9d6.
So you see that
9 of them.
right, Nagin, you can see 2 goblins and a bugbear. Both goblins are just engulfed and just collapsed to the floor. Just a smouldering mess. The bugbear, when the smoke clears, his fur is just burnt off and just patches of like raw, open wound flesh. He's just bald with it. He's standing there, just waving on the spot. Is that it for Thorin?
Yeah, he'll just take one further step and hide around the corner a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you can start to see some of the devastation you've caused there. And from that angle as well, you can see that there's a second bugbear that's also on fire
All right. Okay.
to the north. Okay.
Excellent.
Right
Yep.
then, Tavis.
He is gonna see the bugbear. Cool.
Might have to move round a touch where that corner there.
No, I'm going to. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go. Gonna go to just behind Isla. Throw a dagger. Oh dearie me. 13 to hit.
And you're going for the bugbear, yeah?
Yeah, it's all I can see, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. What's the range on that?
60 feet, isn't it? I'm not too sure. I've not got it. He's got the magical daggers. I've not got that. I've not got.
Yeah. What did you say? 60. Well, what is it now? What's the range from where you're at?
55, I think.
Yeah, we can use that. Okay, so you rolled your attack, yeah?
Yeah, it was a 13. It wasn't very good.
On the bugbear, let's see. No, unfortunately, that misses.
I don't know. As a bonus action, does he have like a second attack at this level?
He can throw 2. Yeah, yeah.
I'll throw the second one in. That hits. That's a natural 19.
Okay.
And that's for 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of damage. Yeah, with that, you actually put the bugbear out of its misery. It suddenly just stops its screaming and screeching, which is horrible from such a big beast. But yeah, he's gone. Just for the sake of confusion, just get rid of what's dead. Okay. Anything else for Tavis?
No, I think he'd maybe just move the rest of his movement. So he's moved 2 squares. 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably goes a lot there.
Okay. This goblin just comes screaming around the corner. See another one appearing. Another one behind that. This one's going to attack you, Negan, with its scimitar. That's going to be 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And then one is going to try and take a shot at Thorin. Thorin, you will have yeah, I'd say you probably have from where you are 3/4 cover, so it's extra 5 to your AC.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 17 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, and one is going to shoot with his short bow at Isla. And that's going to be a 13 to hit.
I think that just hits. Yeah, it just hits. I've not got my shield out.
Okay, you take 5 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be the end of their turn, so that's going to do Isla.
Okay, so I'm gonna at level 2 cast a little shatter. And I'm gonna. It's a 10-foot radius sphere, so I'll do it there to try and get those 3.
Yep. Okay.
And leave my very good friend Negan. Okay. So
That saves, I think.
Constitution, please.
Cons.
16.
Okay. So, fail. Okay, that was okay. Fail.
Okay, so that is 3d12 on a fail. Well, sorry, 3d8 on a fail, and half damage on a success. That is 16 points of. Just trying to see what type of damage it is.
So 16 or 8, yeah.
Yeah, 16 or 8. It doesn't
Yeah.
say what the damage is.
No, there's no. They haven't got any resistances anyway.
Okay.
And even with the success, that actually wipes out the ones that you highlighted. Anything else for Isla's turn?
Yeah, I think seeing Tavis move that way is there's gonna follow suit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just move up to there.
Okay. Okay, so with that, 1, 2, 6 gets into there. In fact, actually, he's not going to move there. Probably move back a bit. He's going to throw his javelin at Negan. That's going to be natural 1. He's quite singed. He's quite singed. This guy. He's burning. He's hurting. He's hurting a lot. I don't blame him for missing with the javelin as he launches the javelin past you, Negan. That's going to be the end of his turn. Talion.
Well, I'm listening to all the commotion, so I'll come in. Room. To there. I'll cast Thunderwave on the bugbear.
Okay. What do we say that was now? Was that dexterity?
16. Yeah.
Con.
Was it?
Con, sorry.
Was it a con, that one?
Hmm?
No, he fails that.
Okay. Incoming. 11 points of damage.
Yeah, that does it. In fact, it's ever so slightly overkill.
And he moves 10 feet too.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he's obliterated. Okay. Okay, so anything else for Talion?
No, not this time.
Okay, Morthos.
Yeah, hearing all the commotion, Morthos is gonna run into the room. Just checking if this is a bonus action or an action. Yeah, so he's gonna run into the room and cast Mage Armor on himself as his action, being super squishy.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that
he sees
is-
the room and the obelisk for the first time, the shapes, the walls.
That's his turn.
Okay. Thorin?
I forgot it was Thorin's turn straight after.
Did I miss a go?
No.
I was like one of the first though for initiative.
Did you have a go
Yeah,
after
Thorin,
my
Tavis,
fireball?
and then Negan.
Huh?
Yeah, it was Thorin, Tavis, and then Negan.
But I didn't even get to kill anything.
Did
I thought you moved up. I thought
Who?
Well, yeah. Sorry, go on then. Get inside. Go on.
No,
Let's
it's
take
fine.
Megan's turn then. I thought you had. Sorry, mate.
No,
I thought
it's
that's
fine.
where when you moved off.
Do it from.
It's alright. Go on, take.
I'll just move into the room there. There we go.
Yeah, you can see that there's another goblin to the. Which. I'll see who you move to now. Who have you moved to?
He moved deeper into the room.
Had a mate. Yeah, he's just had a mate.
Yeah, it's stuck you behind a token. That's all.
You want me to move again?
He's in that spot there.
Yeah, that's fine. I can see it. Yeah, you can see there's a goblin to the north.
Can I attack that goblin, please?
Yeah.
So that is 17 on the first attack with the first axe.
Yep, definitely hits.
Oh, and 17 again on the second axe.
Yep, both hitting.
And then 6 plus 6, 12.
What's that, mate?
23 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Holy
Just
walk.
just so you're aware, yeah, this isn't a killing. This is absolute butchery. As you lay waste to a goblin, you're literally cleaving him up. Yeah, killing the goblin in front of you.
As it drops down, I just want to look at my new axes for the first kill, and I'm like,
Yeah, and you scan around, you can see that there's passageway to the north and what looks like another excavation point to the east as well. But surveying and listening, roll a perception check.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, 16.
And you can't hear any more threats nearby.
Okay. So are we out of thing here now?
Yeah.
Sort of move back into the corridor and say, I think the coast is clear for now.
Cool.
Thorin will move up closer to the centre of the room and just keep an eye out for any of the, was it mind flayers that we fought before?
Oh, the intellect of ours.
Intellect devourers, yeah. See if any of them pop up.
Roll a perception check.
Perception, 21.
You can't see anything from where you are.
Yeah, sorry, I was just, I'd have moved up to about there. Okey-doke. It's worth noting, sorry, just for Morthos, his mage armor lasts for 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah, that needs to go back to
Yeah.
support to make sure that you understand that's all.
Mhm.
Okay, what do you guys want to do? I think what we'll do for the time, being as we're very close to the time we wanted to call it, I think if you decide loosely now what you're going to do into the next session, obviously that then gives me some sort of something to sort of build on them for prep. So if you want to finish off what you're doing, then we'll call it a night then.
Okay. I want to call through and just say there's a thing near me that doesn't look like a normal like walkway. It looks like a tunnel.
Okay. Well,
I move into that room.
Thorin will take a look at the obelisk.
Okay. Yeah, you get a closer look at the obelisk now. It's made from stone. You can see that the eye is at the top. The red pattern that you can see along the bottom is what looks like bloody handprints that have sort of gone around it. Some of it looks like it's blood. A lot of handprints.
Any writing or inscription on it?
No, not that you can see. There's no inscriptions. Just sort of having a look around and walking around. It's just the only thing that's carved into it's that eye.
Okay. Morthos is gonna start picking through the fallen goblins and bugbears and seeing if there's any interesting items that you can find.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll a perception. In fact, don't even roll a perception. There's just a lot of crap on the floor. Just a lot of bones and scraps of material and just the same goblin sort of shite that you've seen in other rooms. As you're sort of kicking through it, there's bed rolls and it stinks in there. It's just not pleasant.
What about on the goblins themselves and the bugbears?
So you managed to find 19 silver in total.
Right, okay.
There's not a lot. There's not. This would be an assortment of different types of coin, that they're never going to use. It's just clinking in around pouches and various things, but it doesn't form a functional currency for them.
Can I shout over to Isla that I don't think I can fit down this, but I feel like he might be able to have a little bit more of a look through it?
No, yeah. I'll meander on over and get ready to take a stroll downtown.
Okay.
So I can go down now if you like, or
Are we leaving it where we are now then?
that's what I'm just figuring out.
That's up to you guys. If you want to venture a little bit and see, it's up to you.
Take a little wander. I'll get to like there and take a poke out and see what I can see.
Oh, first of all, roll a stealth check because you went straight out.
Okay, stealth, here we go. Big fat yeet. Not the worst. Not the best. 15.
Okay. You poke your head round, you can see that there's a serpent type disgusting creature sort of coiled up, and as your eyes sort of focus, you see there's one further down as well, another one green, almost more slug than snake. You see as it's sort of facing away from you, there's like a wisp of like tentacles with claws, and it sort of turns and snaps, and you see this beak with sinews and saliva dribbling from it, this blind creature with these tentacles, and you recognize, as you've seen once before in Forlandin, and also once under the city of Waterdeep, two fully grown Gricks.
I was going to say, it's a Grickaroony. I'm going to back the fuck up. Yeah, if you go through that way, mate, there's a couple of Gricks, which we've encountered before.
Okay, so we leave that and go further up north then.
Yeah, but maybe be mindful if we go up north and come down that way a different way, then we could potentially run into them.
Which way does the corridor go? One you've just been down, I mean.
What's that?
Corridor you've just been down, which way does it head?
East and then east again.
Okay.
I mean, I think we can take the Gricks on, but there's two down there that I can see. But there could be more.
I'll take a little stroll up this corridor ahead of us then, to the north. Go back when I get to the top. It's bending round to the left. See anything in this room or detect anything in this room?
No, you feel like you've gone full circle back to where you were.
Okay. In that case, I'll go back. Just tell them, what can I see in this room? Anything at all?
You've got an empty corridor. You've just got the same stone walls, and but you feel it's just looped one side around the building that Thorin's in. It's just sort of looped around it.
Well, just to make sure, then I will just go a bit further down. And I realise that yes, it is. I've just done a loop. Gone for the room. Yep, we go north. It just brings you around in a loop back to here.
Loop-de-loop. Oh, well, we can always meander south, can't we?
Yeah.
Following the looking at the eye and following its path, is it looking at anything?
It's looking directly south.
Yeah,
But you don't feel that it's
significant.
that sort of leading anywhere. It probably hit the southern wall, to be honest.
Okay.
I move into this room. Well, what looks to be a room that's been dug out. Is there anything in there? Anything on the walls? Any doors? Any rationale for why they've been digging?
You can have a proper search and a roll if you want. An investigation check.
Yeah. Investigate it around. Ten. Nothing great.
Yeah, it looks like this is partially dug out tunnel, like you've seen in the south where the gelatinous cube is. You feel that this is a there was more scope in its building that stopped, and with it, a lot of these tunnels, or certainly some of these tunnels, cease to have been built. They just stop abruptly. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Well,
Come on, AJ.
should we leave it there then if it's just turning 12?
It's like decisions. So it's either going to be
We're
south.
definitely going to go south then.
Yeah, it's probably going to be south, isn't it?
It's the only way we haven't been. Do you want me to head down there and see what there is?
I'm going to shove these before we.
Yeah, so Thurin will start heading down south. I'll take Morthos with me. Do I see anything that would make me stop?
No, the pathway, as you can see there, just continues on.
Yeah, I'll keep going. Oh, there's a door. I yell back to Morthos. There's a closed door in front of me. You want to pass it on to the guys? And Morthos will walk back up to the room and let the guys know what we found.
Okay.
Thurin
Is
will
that the way you guys are gonna head?
approach the door and just try and listen through it and see if he can hear anything.
Roll perception check.
Perception. $15.
From where you're at, silence. And as you hear from Morthos, the rest of the party, taking a look round, the eye of the obelisk looming in the background, and the promise of further adventure to the south. That's where we'll leave it.